So I want to bring up our current Pope Francis in his Evangelii Gaudium. He says this. He says, I invite all Christians everywhere at this very moment to a renewed personal encounter with Jesus Christ, or at least an openness to letting him encounter them. I ask all of you to do this unfailingly each day. No one should think that this invitation is not meant for him or her, since no one is excluded from the joy brought from the Lord. The Lord does not disappoint to those who take this risk. Whenever we take a step towards Jesus, we come to realize that he is already there waiting for us with open arms. Now is the time to say to Jesus, Lord, I have let myself be deceived in 1,000 ways. I have shunned your love, yet I am here once more to renew my covenant with you. I need you. Save me once again, Lord. Take me once more into your redeeming embrace. Beautiful prose and language, but where do you think Christians are missing Christ's attempts to encounter them?
They're not paying attention to him outside of those obvious religious experiences. And they're not even paying attention to him in those very explicit religious experiences. Yeah. People go to church because they do it out of duty and obligation, but they don't really know what they're doing. When was the last time they even picked up a book on what the liturgy means? Yeah. I mean, why don't you write your own damn homily and see how that goes? Because the word homily literally means familiar conversation. It's not limited to priests. You're supposed to write homilies too. Go ahead, write your own. See how you do. You probably suck as bad as your parish priest does, you know, which means you got to practice your faith. So people aren't practicing their faith in church. So when they walk out, they don't know what to do. Yeah. So this lack of discernment comes from a lack of discipline in educating yourself about what the church is and the ways that you're supposed to encounter Christ. The liturgy, we hear from the liturgical documents, you experience Christ in 4 specific ways. In his sacred ministers, the priests, the Eucharist, obviously, in his word, and in each other. And if you can't experience Christ there, then guess what? You're doing something wrong. And if you don't know how to do it there, then you're going to stink real badly when you go out into the world, because the devil isn't able to operate in church as explicitly as the devil operates in the world, obnoxiously. So what you've got to do then is train your senses while you're in this spiritual gymnasium, so that when you go out into the world, you can see it. And so I can say I've been a priest for over 20 years, and I can go into the world and encounter Christ in incredibly profound ways. Certainly that's not to replace me praying in front of the Blessed Sacrament in my little chapel, but that means that I can't also not encounter Christ in that homeless guy who was literally praying to the east, because that's a liturgical prayer. Look to the east where light and hope begins. This is amazing.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out this clip from the Practical Theism podcast. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to check out the full episode, you can do so by finding it on our YouTube channel. Definitely consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you can continue to get updates and notifications when we release new episodes and new clips just like this one. I hope to see you soon.